Hi guys, find my spot for my glasses. The next video you're going to see is of the wheat that I planted in the 7th month, the last biblical year, the 7th month of our last biblical year based on the 7 species. The way that this is the wild black emmer wheat that I found growing in an open field near Capernaum. And I've been cultivating these grains and growing them for, this is the 3rd year now. When I plant them in the 7th month. I pull the weeds up by hand. I just take a hoe and break the soil up a little bit. I drop the wheat seeds in, I stomp it in, and I give it one quick water just to coat the surface to seal the top of the dirt so that the harvester ants can't carry the grains away. And that's all I have done to this wheat to this point. So the next video you're going to see is of the wheat. Now, the first day of the 2nd week of counting to shavuot, you're going to see that that wheat is already coming out of the boot. That's very significant because it proves that the calendar that we determined this year is correct. This wheat will be ready circa to the Shavuot date. We're in the north. It could be, right up against that day. It could be a little early. It could be maybe a day after, but it's going to be very, very, very close to that Shavuot date. So I'll just leave this video for you guys to watch. I would suggest that you begin to share it with those that are in disbelief that the new year has begun, because there are 7 species. Barley's the first fruits, then it's wheat. There will be other first fruits throughout the year, and we'll speak about those as they come up. My experience, which is very short to this point, is if the barley and the wheat are set in their correct timing, the rest of the 7 species will also be correct in their specific timing. Good morning, Boker Tov, Ma Nishma, Hakol Beseder. Okay, I thought I would bring you out to the garden here and show you the condition of the wheat. Why am I doing that? Oh, because there are those who are going to be a month behind us on the calendar, and all they talk about is the barley. As I've explained to you many times, the way I see the calendar, it's about the 7 species, of which the first 2 are the barley and the wheat. Well, if we have determined the barley correctly, then the wheat will be correct. So you can see the late barley coming out here. I'll pull those out. I'll show you what I can do. I'm sure this is barley because of the length of the seed head. But if you just pull the stalk, you don't have to take it by the roots, and you don't pull up the wheat. So this is the wheat. The wheat's always a very little green head, very much shorter. Let me grab that. Okay, that's the base of the wheat, and that's the head of the wheat. So the wheat is a lot shorter. Let me get another one. Than the barley. That's the wheat, and that's the wheat. We pull another barley. You see 2 major differences. The wheat comes out of the head looking much more, what's the word for it? Much thicker. Not only shorter, but thicker. And you can see that the wheat's already blooming. That one I believe is already bloomed, but it's already in the process of blooming. And we have all of the wheat coming out in through there. I don't know if you can see the little awns sticking out. I think that one is. That one's oats. Let me take him out of there. That one's wheat. There's just lots of wheat coming out of the boot. Right here at the end of unleavened. And it's exactly as it should be to have wheat for shavuot. So one of the things I would encourage you to do is to start talking to people about the wheat that's coming up ready for the next Hag, which is the Feast of Wheat, the Feast of Harvest. Yeah, I mean, that's just encourage you to do that. We fight over the barley, and every year they walk away and leave it there with the barley. The barley, okay? But the wheat has to be ready in its season. Okay, there's the end of the wheat. There's the top of the wheat, and the barley is much longer. So we're right on course for where the wheat needs to be for Shavuot. And I encourage you to start talking to people about the calendar from not only from the perspective of the barley, but from the perspective of the wheat.